much. And also a big thank you to everyone who's been supporting her on that journey. When Prerna ji was posting it on Monday, some like me, I started off comments, but some weeks I would miss off putting comments. But if I was not there, Ishitaji was there, or sometimes Sumitji was there. I mean, I'm not taking anyone's name because different. Sometimes Rekhaji, sometimes Lambaji. So we have all commented on her. One beautiful thing about her was that she has mostly always ended it with a question. And so she wanted our insights into Anand Sahib also. So today's exercise is, yes, we want Prerna ji to start and talk about her journey. But at the same time, one homework which was given on when we announced this thing was, if any particular Pauri has resonated better with you, which one it was and why. Again, everybody is not forced to share, but those who have a favorite Pauri and can share with why, it will just be more informative to Prernaji, who has put so much time. And there are talks right now about Lambaji and Prernaji joining hands together and sometime to come up with a book of Anand Sahib. With that, over to Prernaji.
Sat Shri Akal.
Sat Sri Akal.
Such an honor and such a privilege to be speaking and exploring this beautiful Bani that has shifted and changed my complete way of being in unimaginable ways. And I had no idea that it is going to shift me so magically. Before I go into the wisdom, I want to very, very clearly set a disclaimer. I work with lawyers, so I'm used to disclaimers all the time. I am not an expert. I don't claim to be an expert. I don't claim to know it all. I am also a seeker on the path, learning, growing, falling, standing up again. I'm work in progress. So I just wanted to make that very clear. I'm not claiming to be the authority. The fascinating journey of Anand Sahib, I never looked up for references or heard other speakers speak about Anand Sahib. My practice was sit with the Pauri, read the verse, and just allow the wisdom to start speaking to me. And it was magical how the Guru held my hand. And what you see is a result of that. I didn't refer to anything. I didn't go asking for other speakers or articles. The Guru has guided me. So without further ado, I'll start sharing my screen and I'll take you to the first Shabad that really, really. Can you see my screen? You see my screen? So it starts with Rag Ramkali. And we said Rag Ramkali is a, a rag of spiritual transformation. But on the Shivratri celebration that we had with Shivpreet Singh ji, he said something so beautiful, to be a Kali of Ram, to become that bud of Ram. Ram, the essence that is pervading in every cell of our being. So Guru Amardas ji starts in Rag Ramkali, and the second verse, he says, ए मन मेरिया तू सदा रहो हर नाले, हर नाल रहो तू मन मेरे, दुख सब विसारना, अंगीकारो करे तेरा, कारज सब सवारना. So look at the promise the Guru is giving us. He's like, ए मन मेरिया तू सदा रहो हर नाले. The work is happening in the mind. And when you do it correctly, I will make you my own. Angikaro kare tera. That was the first insight. And when I got that insight, I was literally shaking. That, oh, now I understood how Guru Angad became the second Guru. Because he literally, in his mind, in his body, in his actions, he followed the word of the Shabad. And then the Guru makes us a part of him when we experience bliss. That is the end result. So it starts with this promise. The second Shabad that really, really hit me is Andro jinka moh tutta, tinka shabad sache sawaria. If we think about it, it's our attachment to how life must unfold that keeps us in suffering. Whether it is in we are attached to a person, to a phenomenon, to an event, to something that we really, really desire in our lives. We want the other person to behave in a certain way. It's all a form of moh. We are attached to how that person behaved, why that person behaved, what the life circumstances are giving me. Andro jinka muh tutta, tinka shabad sache savarya. Once that attachment to the outcome of what is happening in life is removed from the life of a seeker, Shabad is allowed entry, the wisdom is given the importance, and that helps us find the bliss that we are looking for. So it's very simple. The Guru has made it very, very simple. Third Shabad, Kahe Nanak Har Ras Meri Man Hova Vanjara. Again, the work is happening in the mind. E man meriya, tu sada raho har nale. Har naal raho tu man mere, dukh sab visarna, angikaro kare tira, karaj sab savarna. And here he says, Kahe Nanak, har ras meri, man hova vanjara. This mind that we have received, this intelligence, this intellect that we have received, is our capital. How are we taking care of that capital? What is the work that we are doing in the mind? What is the level of awareness that we have? Are we recognizing what our mind is doing? Are we able to manage our senses, the way we speak, the way we listen, the way we see, the way we think? And on the basis of the wisdom, what is that thinking guiding us to do? What action is that thinking guiding us to do? Are we setting the Guru's Shabad as our template on how we are running our lives? So, this was the third one. And the last one I want to talk about is ਇਹ ਵਿਸ਼ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਤੁਮ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਇਹ ਹਰ ਕਾ ਰੂਪ ਹੈ ਹਰ ਰੂਪ ਨਦਰੀ ਆਇਆ when a seeker understands that each person, each phenomenon is happening according to a divine unfolding and the Leela, a play, then even the toxicity that she is witnessing is taken from the mindset of this is a manifestation of the light, and I am able to see the light in each and every one because the Guru has very clearly said that he has sent us on this planet by giving us the light. So I'll stop here and I'll request a surprise guest to give us, to recite the Shabad that he recites with utmost devotion. And I won't take the name of the person. The person is here on the call. And so please, with all my respect and gratitude and humility, I request our seeker to start.
Not worthy of that much praise, but that seeker is me. Thank you. I could not refuse, but Prerna ji asked me to, recite the Shabad. I was trying to sing last time a little bit. So, to be honest, I did not practice or anything. I said, okay, I just have to read it and I have to sing it. It's okay. But I did want to add a little bit, a little snippet for Anand Sahib. I was reading, I've been reading for last many months, but Arthur McCullough's Sikh history, 6 volumes, but it has a lot of Bani, but very little bit of history. But it is basically, I think, probably was the first attempt to translate to English, written in like I think early 1920s, or very old, before independence. But there was a little snippet. I ran forward to Anand Sahib. I said I went to Guru Amar Das, and I said, okay, let me see if I can find a little bit historical perspective too for Anand Sahib, since we're going to be talking about Anand Sahib. So Swarji ji is here too, so he can, I consider him my master. If I, for any Bani, if I, uh, if it's incorrect. So Guru Amar Das ji had two sons, Pai Mohan and Pai Baba Mohan and Baba Mohri, and two daughters too. I think Bibi Pani was Guru Arjan's mother. So those two sons. So there was a Siddh Jogi who came to Guru Amar Das, and he said, "I have done all kind of meditation, penance. I'm tired, but I feel happy here. I feel contented, and I've achieved what I wanted to achieve in this life after meeting you." So he was probably old too, wanted to give up his body, but he requested Guruji ki, I I am happy here where I have. I want to leave this body, but I want some assurance that I want to be born in your family, so that I can sing God's praises. I will be assured if I'm born in your family, I cannot go wrong. I'll be, singing God's praises. So Guruji did say, Jogi, you don't get satisfaction achieving, having a laws, calling yourself Siddh Yogi and having a lot of followers, but true devotion to God with your mind brings you happiness. But Guruji said, okay, I promise that you will be born as Mori's son, so that you will come in my family as Mori's son. So he went to the river Beas and left his, prayed and left his body. And then finally, after few years, Baba Mori had a son, and Guruji was happy. He said, Ballu Shah was like one of his followers. He said, okay, bring the child. That's how it's written. So I'm just describing, what is it. So Ballu Shah, his child was so small, but nobody could say no to the Guru. It's close to the mother, but they said, bring him to me. So, but they brought him, and he held him in his lap, and he was happy to see him. The Siddh Yogi is here, in my family is taken. And he wrote he sang or basically compiled the Anand Sahib there all together in one go. No stopping. That's how it's written. He says from beginning to end. And then by Balusha went to terrace tops. He composed, basically maybe scribed it, and he sang it to the people. And so there was a little, and he named his grandson Anand by Anand. So that was a little historical snippet. So uh, obviously history before 1500s was a little scratchy, so it is probably word of mouth, but I said I will add that to the Anand Sahib discussion. So basically, Prerna ji said to sing the Shabad, "E man sundar apna har naam majithe rangari." I'll try. So blessings from the Sangha. My throat is a little sore today. I don't know, but it's okay. ए मन सुंदर आपना हर नाम मजीठ रंगरी ए मन सुंदर आपना हर नाम मजीठ रंगरी त्याग सियाणप चातुरी तू जान गोपाल संगरी ए मन सुंदर आपना हर नाम मजीठ रंगरी संतां की होए दासरी एह अचारा सिखरी सगल गुणा गुण उत्तमो परता दूर न पिखरी ए मन सुंदर आपना हर नाम मजीठ रंगरी परता कहे सो मानिए एह सिगार बनाएरी दूजा पाओ विसारिए एह तंबोला खाएरी ए मन सुंदर आपना हर नाम मजीठ रंगरी गुर का शब्द कर दीप को एह सत की सेज बिछाएरी आठ पहर कर जोड़ रहो तौ पेटे हर रायेरी ए मन सुंदर आपना हर नाम मजीठ रंगरी तिस ही चज सिगार सब साई रूप अपारी साई सुहागण नानका जो पानी कर ताररी ए मन सुंदर आपना हर नाम मजीठ रंगरी ए मन सुंदर आपना हर नाम मजीठ रंगरी वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह थैंक यू
Thank you
hey
so
I
much.
did it
Thank you so much.
This
And
is
you see,
great.
Satsangat ji,
Beyond
how
words. Beyond words.
it's
thank you
beautiful. And
I
you
forgot
see, how it encapsulates the entire Anand Sahib. You see how it does it so beautifully, which is why I requested Tejwanji. So thank you so much. It's all the work is all happening in the mind. The mind
Beautiful,
is
Tejasvi.
required to be colored with the right dye. So thank you so much. So who would
Okay.
like to go next and share their learnings? And I'm happy to pull up the
Okay, I
citation.
can go ahead. I'm going to, talking about the Pauri use, like we had to all select a Pauri. So I'm going to go straight into, if you can pull up Pauri 7, that will,
Tell me the words.
It's the same thing you said. Anand Anand sabko kahe, Anand
Anand
gurte
Anand
jane.
sabko kahe, Anand Guru te janiye.
I think we're gonna have I'm gonna interrupt. We're gonna have a unanimous decision. That was my party too, and Bharatji too. Prerna ji, you said it too, and I was saying actually when you said who goes next, I said maybe I should just take a shot at it, but but it's very nice though. First three seekers, the same party have you mentioned. That's fantastic. So
Yeah.
okay.
But there is a reason why this Pauri means a lot to me, because to me, the entire definition of the Anand Sahib is in this Pauri. Because I think, let me go line by line, that's way. So when the first line is Anand, Anand, sabko kahe, Anand, Guru te janiya. To me, when I'm looking at this language, everyone is seeking that Anand, the happiness. Some think it's a new car, for somebody it's a vacation, somebody it's a promotion. They are looking at the external factors, but Guruji is here saying that the state of Anand is a joy that depends not on external circumstances, but through the Guru's wisdom, through the Guru's Bani, through the Guru's Shabad. That is what he talks about. And in the next line, I'm just glad that three of us feel the same thing. So we'll have the three different versions of what I've missed out in finding here. Tejwanji can let us know, or others can let us know what am I missing in this. I'm sure I'm missing something. The second line when he says Janiya Anand Sada Gur Te Kirpa Kare Pyarya, that it is the kirpa, uh, which is like it's to me is a power. If you can have you may have the equipment, you may have a plug, you have everything, you put the switch on, nothing happens, because that current that is flowing is that kirpa. Unless you get the kirpa, all your tools, you can have an iPhone which cannot be charged, you may have a plug, you may have an iPhone, but if the power is not there, the current is not there. So I think this is talks about that. In the third line, when he talks about kilvik or sins or distortions, uh, and then he's talking of Gyan Anjan. When I heard the word Anjan, my thoughts when, as a little kid, my mom used to apply surma on our eyes, and she used to say, they are good for your eyes, it'll keep your vision clear, and it acts like an ointment that makes you see very clearly. So to me, he blesses us with a healing ointment of spiritual wisdom. The ointment is spiritual wisdom. And when in the fourth line, he's saying, talks about removing more, basically, tutta, so he's talking about all those ego, ahankar, this, that, when you give up all those things, then you make room for the Shabad. It reminds me of one very old thing. Prernaji, I think you must have heard about it. It's a Japanese term called a Shoshin mind. If your box is already full, then there is no room for anything else to go in. So if your box is full with negativities, more maya, then the Guru's word will not reach you. Only when you remove those things, there is a word for the Guru's teachings to reach you. And that's why to me, this is a full circle and it talks about everything. That's why that attracted me to this Pauri. 7.
Thank you.
Tejwanji?
I don't think I have anything more to add to this body. I think it touched me before even we started Nand Sahib. I'm not a big, Gurbani, reader that I do Nand Sahib every day or something. But first, so just the 6 bodies we do in the Gurdwara and the end, it stops there. But I think it's the 7th one. I think, but that's where it stops, and that's I feel the most potent. Every one is potent, but I hope they included this one as well. Every day when the Gurdwara Sunday congregation. But I had been touched by it probably the first time I read it because I said Nand Sahib, and this is where Guru is saying आनंद ना सब के आनंद गुरते जाने जाने आनंद गुरु ते कृपा करे प्यारे. So everybody is talking about Anand, but Anand te Guru tu jane. So I was like kind of looking, where is the Guru's actually saying what is Anand, and that's kind of his description of
Description of
Anand is
Ananda.
right there. It's like a jewel in the middle. So I was suspicious that somebody's going to use this, so I had a backup body.
Okay.
So I had 2. So I had a backup body. So I said where I got stuck, or or where Prernaji said, I was saying, okay, which kind of stirred me a little bit. What are you saying? So that one I think.
But Tejvalji,
is
before you do that,
Satguru.
I want to talk, since you mentioned Prerna ji, one thing Shifrit ji told us always, that sometimes, especially when we were doing our purpose of life, that when you look at a Pauri, do not look at the translation. The Pauri talks to you and will tell you different things from what the writer or the translator intended. So we look at the Pauri ourselves. So when
Yeah.
Prerna ji would post, I would try not to read her message, and that's why sometimes I would not respond for 2 days, because I would like to sit with the Pauri without reading her biased opinion on that Pauri. Then, once I've done that, then I would go to see what did Prernaji feel about it. That's how I can compare my interpretation with her interpretation. That's why it is that if your interpretation was different, or Prernaji, somebody's interpretation is different, I'm really would like to know what that different interpretation was.
That's why you need to have that purpose of life sometimes on a Sunday too, where other people can join too. So that's very good. See, but at least you can. I'll take the blame. I think sometimes you post the link to, but life is busy. Sometimes you can't get to it.
Absolutely. It's not easy being a doctor.
It is.
Prernaji, your
Life
thoughts?
is busy, but
Beautiful. I'm waiting for Tejwanji's next.
His backup.
my backup
Body.
body. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Plan
yeah,
B.
that body is 24th.
24th. Okay.
So
Give me the first lines, first words.
हर हर नित करे रसना कहे कछ न जानी सतगुर बिना होर कच्ची है बानी. सतगुर बिना होर कच्ची है बानी.
This one, right?
Yes. Satgur bina hor kachi hai bani. So I think we were discussing, kachi, what is pakki and what is kachi bani. So I think that it was fun. So I went to, I could not, I loved what you said. But then I also looked up Professor Sahib Singh's, the actual steek Punjabi, Gurumukhi. So he's saying Kachi Bani is, or Satgur Bina is Guru Ashre to Ulat. Guru Ashre to opposite. And Ashre, Sanskrit word is Shre is to depend on, is to depend on the Guru. So without the Satguru, the opposite of taking refuge in the Guru, any Bani which goes from the divine wisdom is Kachi Bani. That's what he's saying. So Satgur bina hor kachi hai Bani. Bani ta kachi Satgur bajo hor kachi Bani. So any Gurbani is only spiritually potent and divinely attuned when it flows from the consciousness enlightened by the true Guru. Any speech, no matter how poetic or seemingly spiritual, is kachi, raw, immature, or unripe if it does not emerge from the Naam ridden awareness given by the Satguru. So, ਬਾਣੀ ਤਾਂ ਕੱਚੀ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਬਾਝੋ ਹੋਰ ਕੱਚੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕੱਚੇ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਕੱਚੇ ਕੱਚੀ ਆਖ ਵਖਾਣੀ ਸੋ ਹਰ ਹਰ ਨਿਤ ਕਰੇ ਰਸਨਾ ਕਹਿਆ ਕਛੂ ਨਾ ਜਾਣੇ so this was also very good so mere repetition of God's name is empty if not accompanied by spiritual awareness and love. So, which I think we talk about Nam, and even Shivji said, sometimes I cannot do, I can't sit and do Vaheguru or something, but which I personally, I like. But it was kind of a more reinforcement that yes, you can chant God's name, but if it is your mind is running somewhere, which is a process, which is probably the biggest challenge always for everybody. But if your mind is not imbued with love, but if you're trying to do it with love and you think I want to do it, I'm thirsty for this, so that becomes yeah true bani. It's not kachi bani. So chit jina ka har liya maya bolan pe ravani. So the maya, the thief, is one of the your heading. So again it comes back to maya. Chit jina ka har liya maya bolan pave ravani. Those absorbed in material illusion are not truly aware of the divine. These words are not devotional but habitual, driven by ego or ritual, not by true spiritual longing or enlightenment. Kahe Nanak Satgur Bajo Hor Kachi Hai Ban. So that's basically the Guru is, and we always keep on searching who is Guru. And I mean, I've read the Guru Granth Sahib. I'm back to reading it again. I try to do it one ang every day. I think I'm back to ang 83 again. Uh, but it's I think the same thing. Kabir ji ki Kabira. ओके जाने सब बात
अनजानत सब बात जानत ही अवगुण करे
हाँ जानत ही अवगुण करे काहे की कुसलात हाथ दीप कुएं परे सो मन जाने सब बात so I think all of us know what is the path, what is it has to be mind spiritually devoted, centric, with love. But even knowing, and we know our life is running away, is but Maya is so strong. And even Anand Sahib saying Maya more mitha paya, Tagoli Maya, Tagoli, Maya is like ripping us, and Maya is created by the Lord. So it is hard. It is hard, but I think the Guru is. I was trying to say the Guru is the Shabad Guru. Nirgun, Sargun, Nirankar, and Guru Arjan Dev Ji. If he's written so much Bani, he was the Guru in person. But he never none of the gurus or any saintly beings that never claim they are God. But I think they're manifestation of God in true bodily form. But the word of the Guru, the Shabad Guru, is the Guru. There is no other, Babaji or something. It's the Shabad Guru. So and everything is in the Guru, as you said. As you did not think of anything, you open it up and you start. The words are flowing. But the Sachi Bani, as I wanted to say, from that body, which comes with true love and devotion.
God.
Thank you.
That is so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. Shivji has joined the call. Welcome, Shivji. Lovely to have you. And now with you, we are 13 people, Tera, on the call. Who would like to go next? Ishita.
I can go. But I have to go back to my notes a little bit.
Yes,
so let's
please.
see how this comes out. Okay.
Tell me if you need me to open up a Shabad or...
I've actually got 4 podis open, a little bit from everything. I'm going to just read out.
Okay.
So Anand Sahib, of course, we are discussing that. It's said that Vaiguruji has given us this human form as a blessing. After 84 lakh reincarnation. The purpose is to get attached to his name and sing his praises with other satsangis. Bhai parapat manok de horiya, Govind milad kiya teri bariya. Avar kash tere kitna kaam mil saath sangat par keval naam. So I just want to know, are we doing that? Are we singing his praises the way we are meant to? So I like this pori, the 35th pori. It says, E sarira mereya, ऐस जग में आए के क्या तुझ कर्म कमाया के कर्म कमाया तुझ शरीरा जा तू जग में आया जिन हर तेरा रचन रचिया सो हर मन ना वसाया गुर प्रसादी हर मन वस्या पूरब लिखया पाया केहे नानक एहे शरीर परवान हुआ जिन सतगुर स्यों चितलाया. So basically he's just reminding us that you got this human body as a blessing from the divine. And are you remembering him and thanking him for what you did get? And are you remembering him and fulfilling your goal in this human form to remember him within satsangis and all that? But to be able to do that, we all get the human form, but we get stuck in Maya because that's the way Vaiguru's made the world. You are born and then you get totally engrossed in Maya till the time Vaiguruji blesses you again, because he'll give you some difficulties, challenges, and you are needing to find solutions for it. And then you go knocking on his door again and say, Vaiguruji, please help me, because there's nothing that can help you. So Vaiguruji gives us a blessing. And I've chosen this pori for that, the 8th pori. Baba jistu de soi jan pave. Pave tas jan de jisno hor kya kare vicharya. But he can see ik param pule fire dehdes. Ik naam lag savarya. Gur prasadi man paya nirmal jinna pana pave. Kehe nanak jis de pyare soi jan pave. It's up to Vaiguruji who he wants them to get attached to him. And on the other side, other people are suffering. They're engrossed in Maya. They don't know how important it is to come this way. But it's all under Vaiguru's divine will. And you have to use that same blessing and be in line with what Vaiguru wants you to do. So, Jeko Sikh Guru Seti Sanmukh Hove ta Sanmukh Sikh koi jiyo rahe guldale. गुर के चरण हृदय त्याए अंतर आत्मा समाले आप छड़ सदा रहे पढ़ने गुर बिन अवर न जाने कोय कहे नानक सुनो संतो सो सिख सन्मुख होए. You do exactly what you're being told to do to get attached to Vaiguruji, to his words, and do his seva with the ultimate diligent. When we do all this diligently and with purity, then we come to the stage of Anand Sunovad Pagyo Sagal Manorat Pure Par Brahm Prapaya Utre Sagal Vasure Dukh Rok Santap Utre Suni Sachi Bani Sant Sajan Pe Satse Pure Gurte Jani Sunte Puneet Kehte Pavit Sadgurya Prapure Vidwan Nana Gurcharan Lage Vajayan Ture. So basically, that's what I wanted. That's what my understanding was.
Beautiful. Very beautiful. Thank you for your sharing. Who else would like to go? Yeah.
I can go, Prernaji. I think you had party number 21. I think what I like is party number 22.
Okay. Wait, I'll start sharing. 1 minute. Anji, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's it is so beautifully said here, like how important is Sadguru, like, without Sadguru, we cannot get to the truth, right? Just go over the party. Je ko gurte vemukh hoye. Now, when we talk about Guru, who's the Guru? As the word Guru itself is, Gu is darkness and Ru is, brightness, right? So it is one who takes you from darkness to brightness. And what is that? It is basically truth. Even Guru Nanak said that, he had a guru, and in Japji Sahib first body, he talks about that, all that you get is by Guru Prasad, right? It is by the Guru's Prasad. And what is that? Guru is the truth, right? Uh, and all our, uh, our Gurujis, right? All the Sadgurus, right? I mean, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜੋ ਬਾਣੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, like we treat them as, uh, as a Shabad Guru, right? And the whole idea was that, as they went through this process of, seeking truth, right? And that is how, we have Mahalla Tija, that's the house, right, of truth, as they were going through the process of, seeking it, right? So जे को गुरते वेमुख होए, मतलब anybody who is, gurto, who are, getting away from the guru, which is the truth, right? जे को गुरते वेमुख होए, बिन सदगुरु मुकत ना पावे, right? So Sadguru Hegaya, Sadgurus are all those people, who on their process to, reach the truth, right? They were enlightened, right? They were enlightened, and what it says is that, that you can only seek the truth, with the help of a Sadguru, right? Pave mukat na hor thaye. Matlab, you won't find the mukti anywhere else. You can go to, you can do some prayers, you can, you can do charity. All that is not going to give you liberation, right? Pave mukat na ho thai. Like, you won't get that mukti going anywhere, right? Hoye pucha bibek hoye. He's saying, go and talk to some wise people, who are the Sadgurus, who are in the process of seeking or who seek that truth, right? Anik joni bharam ave, when Sadguru mukat na pave. So my interpretation, anek joni bharme, like when you are just, you're after Maya, you're just trying to say, jo kuch ho raha hai, mere karke ho raha hai, right? You're just, coming through reincarnation. But I look at it a little differently, that while living in this life, you are dying and, you're taking a birth again. How you are dying? When you are going away from your guru, going away from the Shabad, right? You are dying basically in this life itself. So you are reincarnating, as you seek truth, right? You are reincarnating in this birth itself. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਰਦੇ ਤੇ ਜਿਉਂਦੇ ਪਏ ਹੋ, right? फिर मुकत पाए लाग चरनी Sadguru Sabad Sunaye. So, what are the charan? Fir mukat paye lage charan. You're going to find liberation, with the charan. What are the charan? Charan is the Shabad or the wisdom of the Guru, that they have shared, as they seek that truth, as they were going through that process of seeking the truth, right? So, फिर मुकत पाए लग चरनी सदगुरु शब्द सुने. So when you are, when you are seeking that wisdom, from the Shabad Guru, right? that is where you are finding the Shabad within you. That is where you're listening to the truth inside you talking to you, which is the Anhad Naad, right? Uh, Kahe Nanak, Kahe Nanak, Vichar, Kahe Nanak, Vichar, Dekho, Vin Sadguru, Mukat na paए. Kahe Nanak, Vichar, Dekhun. When Sadgur Mukat na paए. So that's the same thing that, you are going to be, uh, you won't get the mukti, without the help of the Sadguru here, right? So think upon it, ponder upon it, you know. So yeah, I mean, this kind of really resonated with me. It's enlightening that, all our Sadgurus, they had their guru, and what that guru is basically the truth. Thank you.
Gorgeous. It's so amazing to sit in satsanga and listen to your reflections and understandings, and each one understands it from such a different perspective. So, who would like to go next? Thank you so
I'll,
much.
I'll say here something.
Thank
Sashikal,
you.
everyone.
Satrika Islam.
It's for me, it is difficult to just confine to just one body and think of it. Anand itself is a complete journey for me. And what I'll say is when we talk of Anand Gurte Paya, this is how we start with. This is how it get explained further. Then it is explained further how our different body parts has to tuned ourselves with the Guru and get into that wisdom. That's a complete journey in itself for me. And in simple words, or just my simple thought for this, whenever we go, we have two type of wisdom basically. One is our judgmental wisdom, which we think is right. This is how the world is. This is how things should go. This is how I want the things to be. Or we want the things to be. This is how it should happen. This should not happen to me, or this should not happen. And this should happen to me, whatever judgmental situations we are into in our life. They are there. This is one wisdom. That is judgmental wisdom. The other wisdom is the wisdom of surrender. To go with the flow of life. That is Anand Sahib. If we go with the wisdom of surrender, we are in bliss. That is Anand Sahib. And in our rituals in Gurdwara Sahib, every time, irrespective of the occasion, that's we always end up with Anand Sahib and Ardas after that. Reciting of six podi of Anand Sahib is a sign that Ardas is going to be performed after this. And after Ardas, a simple ritual is Deg is distributed. Deg is Kada Prasad is distributed. That's the end of everything. That's the end of a particular whatever we are seeking or whatever we are praying for, whatever occasion is. We don't say that this is on an occasion of some sad occasion or this is a happy occasion. For us, every ending is happy. Why our every ending is happy? Because our ending is with a simple surrender. That is why it is happy. So I'll just say that if we use our judgmental wisdom, we are always in trouble. If we use the wisdom of surrender, we are always in bliss. This is what I feel. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We would like to continue and pick up from the thread that Lambaji has just.
I can go next.
Thank you, Chief.
Um, First of all, congratulations, Prerna ji, for completing all the interpretations for the Anand Sahib part. And when Bharatji gave the homework, then until then I didn't know that the 5 minutes verses which are done in Gurdwara Sahib are not complete. Like, so I went into and learned that it's way big of a homework. But yes, it was really nice to go through all the verses, and I saw each verse as a prayer. And to me, all are like have their own meaning and their own importance. It can't be said that one is greater of a message than the other. But this one is sixth. Sachi live bin de nimani live. I'm sorry with my pronunciation because I'm a novice. Like I read it for the first time. So I feel that it is a prayer where I am requesting, or the seeker is requesting, that please give me the consciousness to be uh, in your presence, in your name. And that's what I could interpret out of this, your devotion. Like, it's requesting the guru for his devotion, so that tudbaju samarth, without you I'll not be able to do anything. Without your kirpa I will not be able to. I'm no one without your devotion and your kirpa. Keh nanak live baju kiya kare vichariya. Like, without, that's what I thought. And then I know I'll not be able to justify with the interpretation, but this was the prayer, which is like, I'm requesting a guru for his love, so that my state of mind is always in his remembrance. And then also the 38th body, uh, which is like, we have been given this body, and how the air has the presence of air in our body is the one which is doing all the maya and everything, and we are just getting uh, say, we are just getting involved in all that maya. However, all our say, I'll have to go back again.
If you tell me the first lines, I will
30.
open it up for you.
Yeah. It's 38, and it says, Ehu sacha sohela sache ghar gawo te sohela ghar sache jithe sada sach dhyavo ja tud bhave Gurmukh jina bujhave. Ehu sacha. No, I'm sorry. This one was 39. I'm talking about this one. Harijin Gufa Andari Rakhi Jai Vaja Pavan Vajaye Vaja Pavan Nau Duare Pargat Kiya Dasma Gupt Rakhiya. So this is the one which it is talking about how we are living and how we should live and be grateful of this life and live in his name. Sorry for my bad interpretations. I'm such a novice.
There's no good or bad. There's no judgment. The judgment comes, but then the judgment is put under the discerning intellect of the Shabad, of the wisdom of the Shabad. The mind is that treasure. Kahe Nanak, "Eh ras meri man hua banjara." That's the treasure we have, the mind. So there's no good or bad. Even if judgment comes in towards self or towards the other, the discerning intellect of the Shabad and Guru always leads the seeker. So, who would like to continue? Bharat Bhushan ji. Bharat Bhushan ji.
Thank you. So first of all, lot of thanks to Prerna ji. जिन्होंने इतना सुना, like she did that entire sequence and it made us also get into that thinking and all that. Surely I could not do all of that for every week, but some of that I was trying to do. And one of the Shabbat Podi that I wanted to talk about uh, is this Podi number 12. So this talks about the expansive nature. It talks about the Sarup of Ishwar, or of Ek Onkar, whatever we call, like. So and it talks about that how immaculate it is, and how he has created this whole universe. It even talks about the Leela that we have been often talking about, that this is a Leela going on. So that verse talks about all these things. And definitely, I think what hit me was that probably we have not understood his true form. And if I just try to correlate it with the Vedanta perspective also, so there are like three entities we talk about. We talk about the Jeev, we talk about the Jagat, and we talk about the Jagdish. So these are three things: Jeev, Jagat, Jagdish. So Jeev is what we are. So we have not understood our true form also. We are always into this body, into this Maya. Jagdish is Jeev. So this is the Jeev. The Jagat is this entire creation. And Jeev, Jagat, and Jeev, Jagat, Jagdish. And Jagdish is the Maya. Sorry. One is the Maya and one is the creation. So I was just going through this body. I'll just pull it. If you can just let me pull it up. And it talks about Agam agochar tera ant na paya. So nobody has been able to comprehend or think about. We might keep on discussing, talking and all that, but nobody. And this is what the learneds say, that nobody has ever been able to find what he is or what his limits are. Agam agochar tera ant na paya. अंत न पाया किन्ने तेरा अपना आप तू जाने. And only you know. So you only know that how Anand, how infinite, how beyond comprehension you are. So it is only you who knows yourself. We can just keep guessing. जिया जंत सब खेल तेरा किया को आँख sorry, Vakhane, and all living like this is your play that's going on. This is the play that is going on, and we are all a part of this Leela, and that's what we have been at a lot of times talking about, that Leela that is going on. So this is just that Leela that is going on, and akhte vekhe sab tu jinni jagat upaya, and you are just enjoying, just looking at your creation and enjoying and seeing that Leela is going on. It is good, it is bad, we keep labeling it with all those things, but it is for you, it is all that Leela that is going on. And kahe nanak tu sada agam hai, tera ant na paya. And again, summing up the body, it is said that तेरा अंत नहीं पाया जा सकता. No, it is very very we cannot, in fact it is a limitation of human mind or whatever. You have to go beyond, and then probably some of the Podi talks about that you have to go beyond the mind, because mind cannot comprehend it. तो ये मन से पार ही जाके हम उसका कुछ सोच भी सकते हैं, और उसका कुछ we can just have some experience of it, but still it is incomplete, it cannot be known. So this is what and this correlated very nice with this entire जो स्वरूप है, this स्वरूप of ईश्वर, what is. So this was something that I found very good and interesting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you for your sharing. Anybody else would like to go? Swajit ji?
Well, if everyone is done with Pori, actually, I can ask you a question, if that's okay.
Swajit ji just put his camera on, so.
Oh, okay.
Sat Shri Akal everyone, and congratulations प्रेरणा जी, ये बहुत ही बढ़िया था. और आनंद साहब में जो मुझे सबसे ज्यादा प्यारा शब्द एक लगता है, जो सबसे ज्यादा मेरे दिल के करीब एक पौड़ी है आनंद साहब जी की, सुर नर मुन जन अमृत खोज दे सो अमृत गुर ते पाया. ਤੇ ਇਸ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਗਾਇਆ ਹੈ, ਬੜਾ ਆਨੰਦ ਮਾਣਿਆ ਇਹਦਾ. ਤੇ ਦੇਵਤੇ ਲੋਕ ਸੀਕਰਸ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਦੇਵਤੇ ਕਿਤੋਂ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਦੇਵਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੱਭਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ. ਦੇਵਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਸਾਡੇ ਸਮਾਜ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ. ਬਸ ਉਹ ਲੋਕ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਗੁੱਡ ਹੈਬਿਟਸ ਨੇ, ਗੁੱਡ ਸੁਭਾਅ ਹੈ, ਗੁੱਡ એનર્ਜੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਐਸਾ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਲੱਭਦੇ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਐਸਾ ਆਨੰਦ ਲੱਭਦੇ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਨੇ. ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੁਣੇ ਭਰਤ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਕੈਪਸ਼ਨ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਭਰਤ ਇਜ਼ ਇਨ ਆਨੰਦ, ਕੁਛ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ. ਸੋ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਪ੍ਰੇਰਣਾ ਜੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਉਹਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਿਤ ਹਾਂ. ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ.
Thank you ji. Thank you ji. Hanji Rekha ji.
प्रेरणा जी बहुत बहुत कंग्रेचुलेशंस. एंड मैंने बहुत होमवर्क तो किया नहीं है, बट आई जस्ट गो थ्रू एंड पोरी नंबर 37 इज, आई मीन सारी पोरीज में आनंद ही आनंद है, एवरी पोरी, एंड दे गेव मी एवरीथिंग सेम मैसेजेस, oneness. But 37 is my favorite because it says, "Oh my ears, you were created only to hear the truth." And to hear the truth, you were created and attached to the body. Listen to the true body. So I am here to listen. Everyone, it's a truth bani, and I'm observe everything from that with Satsangat. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
You. Bless you. Anybody else? Veena ji.
Hanji,
Lovely to have you. Hope you're feeling better.
Yes, I am. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. Just wanted to say बहुत बहुत बधाइयाँ. Congratulations on completing. I'm sorry I did not join at all for any of those learnings, but listening to everybody's reflection has been phenomenal. And as a novice seeker, learning more about the reflections. Anand Sahib, every single party, as Rekha ji just said, gives you Anand and gives you the message. It is the same profound message of oneness. I remember us reciting this, other than the Anand Sahib ਦੀਆਂ first ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਪੌੜੀਆਂ ਸੀ ਹਰ ਵਾਰੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆਂ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ. There was the other part that we always also often sang, and that's pori number. I'm sorry, I'm just going to look it up. I thought I had already I think it is
the first words. I can pull it up for you.
Wo Sikh Satgur ke Pyareo. It's pori number 23. Gavo Sachi Bani, and we often used to sing this in the Gurdwara. From my childhood memories, and of course even as an adult. So not that any particular pori is better over the others, as Swarjit Singh ji said, kuch jehde thode memories vich reh jandiyan ne ya thode dil nu paandiyan ne. So this is the one that I remember as a young child and as an adult too. Avo Sikh Satguru ke pyareo gavo sachi bani, bani ta gava guru keri baniya sir bani. जिनको नदर करम होवे हृदय तिना समानी, पीवो अमृत सदा रहो हर रंग जपो सारंग पानी, कहे नानक सदा गावो एह सच्ची बानी. So this one, I didn't have any exposure to tabla or any type of music or playing a harmonium as a child, but once I got married, my mother-in-law she taught herself how to play harmonium, because she came over here, and then she made it sure that everybody, all the children, including us, people who came into the family, she wanted us to learn how to play harmonium. And I remember her teaching me how to play this shabad on the waja. I'm not a great, harmonium player, but that's I want to learn from Swarjit ji some more lessons, how to refine my skills. But this particular shabad, she would often sing with us, and she would tell us that ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਬਾਣੀ, ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਵਿਚਾਰਨਾ ਤੇ that is what is going to be carrying you through. And often she would give us similar messages of oneness. So thank you very much for letting me share that piece. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. And in that reflection, Sarang Pani was also a beautiful aha that I received, that whatever comes from the bow of the divine, of oneness. So if you can go back to that verse and refer to the notes. And as I said, I'm no authority. I will never claim to be an authority. I'm a seeker, always learning in progress. And it's the Guru who has blessed his own work to be revealed in a way that seemed best at this time. A year later, maybe the understanding will be very different. Yeah. Anybody?
Can I say something?
Yes, of
I
course.
just want to thank you so much for such a lovely, lovely explanation. Whatever your explanation is, you did such a lovely job. Beautiful. For God knows how long. 40 weeks.
Over 40
That's amazing. Over 40 weeks. That is such an amazing job, amazing feat to undertake. And then you did not get damadole. You kept going. Beautiful, beautiful. A lot of respect to you for that. Really, hats off.
I seek blessings at the feet of Satsanga.
Blessings and lots of love. That's
Thank
fantastic.
you for your
But
blessings.
I want to say we don't have to thank her so quickly. We have to extract a lot of her blood and sweat. You know, it's this just the beginning. We have to give her assignment number 2 and then 3 and then 4, and probably from Japji Saab to Sukhmani Saab. We have to give her Bani after Bani to let the Bani flow through her to us. So that has to be the next assignment. You can pick either Japji Saab or Sukhmani Saab or Asa Diwar, one bani, and you have to start doing it, because we cannot we will go into withdrawals. If this does not happen every Monday, you have to keep going. If the rest of the Sad Sangat, we have a quorum, and everybody has to pitch in.
Ishita had already predicted this. She said to me, "What are you going to do with your time? You have so much time on your hand now." And I said, "Well, Shivji has bestowed upon me the 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 care of seekers, and I want to really serve Dunanan to the best of my ability, and allow Shivji to be able to work on Moondrunk meditations and release the Shabads that he's working on. And he's already doing so much more of Shabad work, which we missed last year because he was spending so much time in Seekers. And now that I'm part of this, I can see how much time is spent on just the administrative aspect of it. So allow me to do that, and hopefully Bharatji is going to come up with something. So I'll allow him to share what he has in mind. Bharatji, would you like to share?
So what Tejwanji just said is already in the works, but it will be revealed at the right moment. But I think we may just take 1 month as a break before we get on to the next one. So everybody deserves a vacation and a break, but something is in the works. But once we give it its final structure, we will talk about it. But let's come back to Anand Sahib. Prernaji's name means inspiration,
Yeah.
and she has been an inspiration to all of us.
Yeah. Itinge Lokian se doyo made
Sorry, Ishitaji, I think your thing is on background.
Mute her if you can.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So sorry. So my chain of thoughts. Yes. So Prernaji is an inspiration, and she has inspired us on this journey. But she also gets inspiration from somewhere. So I would actually invite Shivpreet Singh Ji, who's on the call, to talk about how Anand Sahib and how and why he inspired Prerna Ji and his thoughts on it. So Shivpreet Ji, over to you.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can.
So wonderful to hear everyone and think about what I've been thinking more clearly. First of all, congratulations to Prerna ji. मेरे में तो कीड़ा है, एक तो प्रॉब्लम मेरे को हो रखी होती है. I am always meditating on some or the other thing, and then I do want to share that, but I'm not able to share that at the cost of doing the meditation. So sometimes I share just enough, but then I pass it on. I say, "हाँ जी, ले लो, ये तुसी कर लो." And I do that, and you've seen that. I've done that with almost everyone I've met here. अच्छा ये करना है, हाँ. No, they generally come. Why, Shipri ji, why don't you do Japji Saab? Okay, why don't you do Japji Saab? And I think I've done it with almost everyone here. Some of you have taken it, and some of you have not taken it. जेडी भी गुरु दी मर्जी है होंदा है. But it's so inspiring to see कि हाँ मैंने तो एक मूड में कह दिया, हाँ जी प्रेरणा जी, आप every week you should do this. Every Monday you should post it. But the discipline that she had, no matter where she was, whether she was flying, she was meeting her friends, or she was meeting her family, she was on the flight, or she was, just busy with her work. This is discipline, right? The Anand does not come without discipline. And Anand reminds me, I have my favorite podi. It is the first line. Anand bhaya meri maaye satguru maya paya, satgurta paya sahaj seti, मन वजियां वधाइयां, राग रतन परवार परियां, शब्द गावन आइयां. The one thing that I learned this week, I'll share it, that all these phrases are coming directly from Guru Nanak. Even though it's the third Guru's Bani, this whole Anand Bhaya, Rag Asa Malla Pehla, Kar Kirpa Apne Ghar Aaya, Ta Mil Sakhiya Kaj Rachaya. Do you feel Anand Sahib being said here? कर कृपा अपने घर आया, ता मिल सखियां काज रचाया, खेल देख मन आनंद भया, सह व्यावण आया. Anand has to do with being wedded to your Satguru, and your Satguru comes. The Satguru comes in your body. It comes through your eyes, through your nose, through your ears. The whole Anand Sahib is an expansion of what Guru Nanak said in this Bani, in Ragasa. What did Guru Nanak do? He just said these two lines, and then what did the third Guru do? He went on writing and writing and writing, and he wrote 40 podis. So this is what inspiration does. I'm just telling you, this inspiration is not coming from me. Don't feel like this. This inspiration is a chain of inspiration that comes from the Shabad. Shabad is the Guru. Truth is not the Guru. Truth is an entity out there. It's just like, who knows what truth is? We can see the Guru. We can see the Shabad Guru. So I'll just share this. Absolutely fascinating. Kar kirpa apne ghar aaya, तामिल सखियां काज रचाया, खेल देख मन आनंद भया, सौ व्यावण आया. Right? Now, what is this Anand Bhaya? Anand Bhaya meri maaye Sadguru mein paya. This is the first time Anand Bhaya is used in Gurbani. And this is from Guru Nanak in his favorite rag, Asa Malla Pehla. Right? Now we go, then he goes, Gaavo Gaavo Kamani Bibek Bichar, Hamre Ghar Aya Jagjeevan Batar. What does this remind you of? Gaavo Gauri Dulhani Mangal Chara, Mere Grihe Aaye Raja Ram Batara. This is Kabir. Here Guru Nanak is being inspired by Kabir. And Kabir writes this in Asa, and so does Guru Nanak write in Asa. He says, Gaavo Gaavo Kamani Bibek Bichar, Hamre Ghar Aya Jagjeevan Bhatar. He even uses the same exact words, Bhatar, Gaon Gaon. And then this is Gaon Gauri Gulhani Mangal Chara Mere Gre Aaye Raja Ram Batara. Asa Kabir. This is Asa Guru Nanak. You see how they're being inspired by each other? And that's where this Anand Bhaya comes. And then Anand Bhaya goes to the third Guru, right? And then you go, Anand Bhaya meri maaye Satguru mein paya, Satgurta maya sahaj seti, man vajiyan vadhaiyan, Rag Ratan Parvar Pariyan Shabad Gavan aiyan. And remember I said Rag Ratan Parvar Pariyan? Here's Rag Ratan Parvar Pariyan. Rag Ratan Pariyan Parvar, tis vich upjay Amrit Sar, Nanak karte ka eo dhan mal, Je ko bujhe eho bichar. This is Rag Asa Guru Nanak. What a specific metaphor. Rag Ratan Pariyan Parvar. He's saying jede rag ne, wo ta pariyan ne. This was inspired by Guru Nanak. And then he writes this Rag Ratan Parvar Pariyan Shabad Gavan aiyan. This inspiration goes on. हर पैलड़ी लाओ परवर्ती कर्म दड़ाया बलराम दियो. Fourth Guru. Now he talks about Anand. He says, जन कहे नानक लाओ पहली अरम काज रचाया सहज आनंद हुआ वडभागी. You see how Sahaj and Anand are repeated from Anand Sahib, and then the third Guru goes inspires the fourth Guru, and the fourth Guru, Guru Ramdas, writes the what we read in marriages, Anand Karaj. So you see, this one word has traveled from Kabir to Guru Nanak to the third Guru to this fourth Guru, and then we have Asa Malla Panjwa, fifth Guru. औखद खायो हर का नाव सुख पाए दुख बिन से थाओ ताप गया बचन गुरपुरे आनंद भया सब मिटे वसूरे. This is Guru Arjan. The Anand continues. What am I trying to say? Why does this happen? It happens because of discipline. And that's why I was talking about discipline of meditating on the Shabad again and again. Guru Nanak didn't have to say कि मैं कबीर जी को copy कर रहा हूँ यहाँ. He was just, but he did it so beautifully. It's a different verse. He goes in a different direction with it. And then where Guru Nanak stops, Guru Amar Das begins. He starts Anand Bhaya Meri Maaye Satguru Main Paya Satgurta Paya. He's talking about the same thing as Kabir and Guru Nanak did. And then Guru Ramdas continues. हर पैलड़ी लाओ प्रवृत्ति है ना. And then Guru Arjan Dev Ji continues. The same concept of Anand Bhaya is then repeated. I was going to say my favorite paudi is, my favorite line is, E Maya, Jit Har Visre. So I've sung that, I've been recording that. But then I thought about all these things surrounding Anand, so I thought I'd share those. But that has to do with, this inspiration goes back and back. And eventually, Guru Nanak says that's why he says it's not coming from us. This, जैसे मैं आवे खसम की वाणी तैसरा करी ज्ञान विवलाओ. This Bani has come to me. And I've been listening to other saints and it has been coming to me. And that's why this poetry becomes sacred, and there's no ownership of this poetry. It is just coming to us, and I've just stopped at Kabir because that's what we wrote. Kabir probably was inspired by someone else, and it goes back and back and back. Who knows where it stops? So the Anand is in realizing that this is coming through us and to everyone. And so congratulations to Prerna ji to jump on the bandwagon of joy. That's why Dhun Anand is there, right? Gun Naad. Gun you have to do, and it becomes Naad, and then it becomes melody, and then it becomes Anand, and that is the knowledge. Gun Naad Dhun Anand Be, that is the knowledge. This joy is the knowledge. And once you have this knowledge, you say, oh, please take it from me because I cannot, it's not sustainable for me. You can have it. But, I have just taken it to so much. You can take it. You can go forward, do more. You can take it in a different direction. I'm doing rag and you can do it in naad, or you can do it in whichever direction that you want to go. You can travel, you can play the piano or do some art. Whichever way you want to get to this Anand, you are able to. I'm going to stop talking. Otherwise I will keep going. So, bottom line, congratulations, Prerna ji, and what a wonderful, beautiful ending to the whole Anand Sahib discussion. What a beautiful way to spend 40 weeks imbued in this Anand.
Shivji, and it's not the ending. The journey has just begun.
Yeah. And it's interesting, I had opened up this story as well. but something told me that I'm not going to share it. And here you talked about it. E Maya jitha visre, mo upje bhaudi jalaya. I can hear an echo. Shivji, something in your setting?
Huh. It should be fine now.
Yeah. And this had a profound, profound impact on my journey. So whenever we are out of remembrance or not in remembrance, and more Pujay, again, we can relate it to the line that three of us picked up, Tejwanji, Bharatji, and myself. When we are in so attached to something that we अंदरो जिनका मोह टूटा उनका शब्द सच्ची सवारियां. So I connected it to this. And bhav duja laya, we believe that there is an entity other than us, but actually that Ram, Angikaro, remember we talked about that in the beginning, Angikaro, we become the part of the Guru. And that had such an impact on me. This line, this body had such a powerful impact in week 30 when we were 75% through. So, yeah, sorry. So I thought it's interesting. Something told me not to share it then, and here you came on the call and you talked about this one. So, thank you. Bharatji, how do you want to proceed?
Proceed. I know some of us have shared the Pauris, but now it is any last minute questions before we go to conclusion. If anybody has a last minute any questions for Prernaji. Prernaji, I have a question.
Hanji.
Anand Sahib, when you look at the translation, it says bliss. But also in some translations, they've used the word happiness.
Thank you.
Is there a distinction or it is just two words for the same meaning?
So one of my favorite quotes on happiness is by Dennis Waitley. And I used to love that for a very, very long time. I've loved it for like over 40, 50 years now. Happiness is the spiritual experience of living every moment in love, grace, and gratitude. That's happiness. Anand Sahib is really fine-tuning love, fine-tuning grace, fine-tuning gratitude. Using your eyes, using your tongue, using your ears, being in acceptance, whether you like something or not, really working as if you are a part of oneness and oneness is part of you, and living each moment in remembrance. And when you do that, then bliss just is a byproduct. Happiness is something that we are trying to achieve, we are trying to reach. So this is how I see it. I don't know if it answers your question.
No, yeah.
Bliss is just, you live bliss no matter what. I mean, there will be challenges, there will be breakdowns, there will be frustrations, but that's not going to define who you are fundamentally. With the practice